Licensure Examination for Teachers. Subject: Facilitating Learning, Child and Adolescent Development. Professional Education, for both elementary and secondary. Topic: Learner-Centered Teaching Principles. Question number 1. Which of the APA's 14 learner-centered psychological principles emphasizes that the successful creation of new knowledge is dependent upon the learner's existing beliefs, knowledge base, and cognitive representations? A. Goal-oriented nature of learning. B. Construction of knowledge. C. Higher-order thinking. D. Context of learning. Correct answer: B. Construction of knowledge. Why B is correct? The principle of construction of knowledge directly aligns with constructivism, stating that learning is an active, constructive process where individuals link new information to what they already know, prior knowledge, existing schema. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Goal-oriented nature. Focuses on the importance of setting clear, meaningful goals. C. Higher-order thinking. Focuses on strategies like critical thinking and problem-solving. D. Context of learning. Focuses on the influence of environment, culture, and social interaction. Edge knowledge. Think building blocks. The keywords creation of new knowledge and existing beliefs, knowledge base point directly to the idea that the student must construct the new knowledge using their existing mental structures. Question number 2. The 14 learner-centered principles are organized into 4 main factors. Under which factor does the principle the role of effort and achievement primarily fall? A. Cognitive and metacognitive factors. B. Developmental and social factors. C. Individual difference factors. D. Motivational and affective factors. Correct answer: D. Motivational and affective factors. Why D is correct? Effort is a key component of motivation, e.g., in attribution theory. The extent to which a student tries, persists, or values a task falls under the domain of their motivational and affective state. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Cognitive and metacognitive. Deals with thinking, problem-solving, and self-monitoring. B. Developmental and social. Deals with maturation, stages, and social relationships. C. Individual difference. Deals with heredity, language, and prior experience differences. Edge knowledge. Think drive. Effort, persistence, and feelings about the task are all related to the will to learn, which is the core of motivation and affect, emotion, feeling. Question number 3. A teacher, aiming to align her practice with the learner-centered principles, designs an activity where students are given a complex local problem and must work collaboratively to propose a solution. This approach is primarily aimed at fostering the students' A. Innate curiosity and self-actualization. B. Development of metacognitive strategies. C. Construction of knowledge through collaboration. D. Reliance on external reinforcement. Correct answer: C. Construction of knowledge through collaboration. Why C is correct? This activity is a classic example of social constructivism, Vygotsky. It fosters learning as an active process, construction of knowledge, and leverages the benefits of social and collaborative interaction, developmental and social factors. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Self-actualization is too broad, Maslow. While curiosity is important, C describes the learning mechanics better. B. While metacognition will be developed, the primary focus of collaborative problem-solving is the shared, active construction of the solution. D. This is a behaviorist outcome, antithetical to the learner-centered approach. Edge knowledge. Think process. When the question describes active, group work on a problem, the 2 key learner-centered principles being satisfied are construction and social collaboration. Question number 4. The principle that underscores the need for students to become aware of and regulate their own thinking, planning, and goal setting in order to become successful independent learners is known as A. Strategic thinking. B. ZPD management. C. Contextual learning. D. Self-regulation. Correct answer: D. Self-regulation. Why D is correct? Self-regulation is the learner's ability to monitor, control, and direct their own thinking and behavior toward a goal. It is a core principle under the cognitive and metacognitive factors and is essential for achieving independence in learning. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Strategic thinking. A component of self-regulation, the planning part, but not the encompassing term for control and monitoring. B. ZPD management. ZPD is a developmental concept, Vygotsky, not a general cognitive principle of independent learning. C. Contextual learning. Focuses on the role of environment, culture. Edge knowledge. Think control and management. The ability to monitor, plan, and adjust one's own learning process is the definition of self-regulation. Question number 5. Which factor emphasizes that instructional practices must take into account the unique patterns of student growth, maturational stages, and readiness levels before introducing new concepts? A. Social and cultural factors. B. Individual difference factors. C. Developmental and social factors. D. Motivational and affective factors. Correct answer. C. Developmental and social factors. Why C is correct? The developmental and social factors, specifically the developmental influences principle, recognize that learning is constrained by the physical and cognitive limits of the learner's maturation stage, Piaget, and the need to adjust accordingly. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A. Primarily focuses on cultural beliefs and community influence, not individual readiness, maturation. B. Focuses on differences in background, talent, and language, not the universal stages of growth, maturation. D. Focuses on feelings and effort. Edge knowledge. Think maturation. The keywords growth, maturational stages, and readiness levels point to the need to respect the learner's current developmental level. Question number 6. A student, Marco, avoids joining the school debate club despite being highly articulate, because he fears making a mistake in front of his peers and being judged. Which learner-centered principle is Marco's teacher failing to adequately address in the classroom environment? A. Innate curiosity. B. Diversity of learning. C. Climate of the classroom. D. Higher order thinking. Correct answer. C. Climate of the classroom. Why C is correct? The climate of the classroom, part of developmental and social factors, addresses the emotional environment and the social interactions. Marco's fear of judgment indicates a lack of psychological safety, suggesting the emotional climate is not adequately supportive or positive. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A and D. These focus on cognitive activities. While important, they do not address the root cause of Marco's fear, an effective, social issue. B. Focuses on adapting instruction, not the emotional climate. Edge knowledge. Think safety and emotion. When the student's problem is fear, anxiety, or social withdrawal, the issue lies in the climate or safety of the learning environment. Question number 7. The principle that emphasizes the importance of providing flexible instructional methods, varied assessment types, and materials in multiple formats to cater to students' differing backgrounds, talents, and prior experiences is known as A. Strategic thinking. B. Effective motivation. C. Individual differences in learning. D. Development of metacognition. Correct answer. C. Individual differences in learning. Why C is correct? The individual differences in learning principle recognizes that learning is influenced by personal variables, talents, language, prior experience, and mandates that instruction be differentiated to accommodate these variations. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A, B, and D. These are principles focusing on cognitive skills, A, D, or internal drive, B, not the need for differentiated methods and materials based on student background. Edge knowledge. Think customization, variety. The keywords differing backgrounds, talents, and the requirement for flexible, varied methods immediately signal the individual differences principle. Question number 8. A teacher shifts from giving a single, standard multiple-choice test to offering students a choice between a written essay, a video presentation, or a demonstration project to showcase their mastery of the unit's objectives. This practice best demonstrates adherence to the principle of A. Goals and expectations. B. Nature of the learning process. C. Assessment, as part of individual differences. D. Self-efficacy. Correct answer. C. Assessment, as part of individual differences. Why C is correct? While the entire process aligns with learner-centeredness, the act of offering multiple pathways to demonstrate learning, varied product, assessment, is the definition of differentiated assessment, which is a direct application of the individual differences principle. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A. Focuses on clarity of objectives, not flexibility in demonstration. B. Too broad. The specific action is assessment. D. Self-efficacy is the belief in ability. The assessment choice is the means to foster it. Edge knowledge. Think product flexibility. Allowing students to choose how they prove mastery is the assessment component of differentiation. Question number 9. Which principle holds that a student's internal thoughts about their own competence and ability to succeed, their belief about their capability, are critical for motivating and sustaining learning behavior? A. Learning and diversity. B. Motivational influences. C. Higher order thinking. D. Self-efficacy. Correct answer. D. Self-efficacy. Why D is correct? Self-efficacy is a specific motivational concept dealing with the task-specific belief in one's own capability to succeed. This internal thought is a powerful motivational force. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A and C. Cognitive diversity principles. B. Motivational influences is the broader factor or category, but self-efficacy is the specific, precise principle described by the definition, belief in capability. Edge knowledge. Think belief in self. When the question asks about the internal belief in one's ability to perform, the answer is self-efficacy. Question number 10. The principle that the teacher should ensure all learning objectives are clear, meaningful, and challenging enough to provide satisfaction when achieved is directly related to which principle? A. Extrinsic rewards. B. Goal setting. C. Self-regulation. D. Strategic thinking. Correct answer. B. Goal setting. Why B is correct? The goal-setting principle emphasizes that the teacher should help students set and monitor meaningful, challenging, and appropriate short and long-term goals. The clarity and challenge of the goals are crucial for directing effort and enhancing satisfaction upon completion. Why the wrong answers are wrong. A. Focuses on external rewards, which are discouraged. C and D. These are skills used to achieve the goals, the how, but the clarity and meaningfulness of the objectives themselves fall under the goal-setting principle, the what. Edge knowledge. Think the target. The purpose of the objective or goal is to provide a clear, attractive, and challenging target for the learner to aim for. If this video gave you an edge, sharpen that like button and subscribe to stay ahead.